Hi, I'm Tanya Penner, originally from down around the Wichita, Kansas area, but for the last 7 years, I have lived and worked in the United Arab Emirates. Most people have never heard of the United Arab Emirates, but many have heard of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates, and Dubai is a city as well as an emirate here. I started off teaching kindergarten, worked my way up, and became head of faculty, which is kind of like a curriculum coach position. And for the last 3 years, I have been head of faculty and interim vice principal at a government school here in Ras Al Khaimah, which is another emirate in the UAE. The school that I work at is 100% student body is Emirati, and most of the students in our school are related in some way or another. As far as I've been here again 7 years with my husband of 33 years. We have 2 grown children back in Kansas. My daughter will be getting married in October, and we love our life here. This is an amazing place. Looking at the readings from this week and the types of education data, I've been very privileged to work in a number of different types of schools, both here in the United Arab Emirates and also in the United States, where I worked at a special day school for children with emotional and behavior disorders. Also, a brand new entity, IB school, IB candidacy school, and as well as a magnet school. And 2 of them were and I did my student teaching at a school in a very, very low SES area in Wichita. So I've been very privileged to have these different experiences, and it has really given me some insight into data. And I have seen this information before, how it breaks up the different types of data in these nice, neat, equal components. However, depending on where you're at, it doesn't work that way. They're not all nice, neat, equal pieces. In some places, one of the 4 components or 2 of the 4 components you receive much more data from than you do others. For instance, the demographics portion here, it really doesn't amount to much, because all of the students are Emirati, because they all have the same basic SES, because our attendance levels are wonderful. Our students enjoy coming to school, and unless there's an outbreak of chickenpox, we have very good attendance. Also, the perceptions don't weigh as heavily, basically because the parents, we are in the middle of a total education reform, going from the old school style of teaching where the teachers lecture, the children take tests, then they forget everything that they learned for the test. Students were having to take remedial courses in English in order to get into college. They're wanting to make the students more competitive in the global arena. So changing everything into a hands-on, student-centered, outcomes-based activities style of teaching, parents really don't understand it yet. So they like it. They like what's going on. They like to see, but they still kind of want the tests also. Where the most important data for us comes is that the student learning and the school processes. In my opinion, the student learning is the most important piece of the data. If it's true, valid data. And that therein lies this conundrum of you can have 1,000,000 pieces of data, but it really doesn't amount to anything if it's not true, valid data. Getting teachers to understand that has been a challenge. To understand why data is important, how it should drive your instruction, how it shows you what the students know, what they can do, if you're not helping them get the correct answers to make the test look good. So when you're looking at things like demographics, even in the States, you have to focus on things what you do have control over. You don't have control over what your students' home life is like. You can change the importance of those demographics by leveling the playing field, so to speak. I've seen it done at very, very impoverished schools that the students statistically shouldn't be passing state assessments. And at one school in particular in Kansas, their students were passing state assessments with flying colors. So much so that they were investigated. And what they found was that the way the teachers focused on the teaching and learning, focused on the data, used the data to drive the instruction, how they adapted their teaching and learning styles, all of that is what made the students' scores go up. So having this nice, neat, everything equal everything picture is very nice in a book. But when you apply it in real life, in my opinion, it doesn't work that way. At least that's been my opinion and experience. I'd love to hear feedback in what your experience and opinions are. I'm very much looking forward to learning more. I love data. I think that that's what you use to meet the needs of to know what you need to do to meet the needs of the students. And that's why we're all here. So I look forward to hearing feedback. Please, if I'm way off base, let me know. And I look forward to seeing everybody else's videos as well. Thank you.